Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is 2 for Oscar and welcome back to another video. So this week EDDY GORDO has come back in the Tekken series as one of the first DLC characters for Tekken 8. So we're going to be showcasing him. We're going to show off all his moves and everything. So this is my first time using the character as of this recording you're seeing. What I'm going to do on Arika battle, I'm just going to test out some movesets. So it's not going to be a proper guide of showcasing all of his movesets. This is just me trying him out and see what I think of him. So like right now, like he has been a really fan favorite to many. So of course his movesets are going to be much different than they were like beforehand. So he is much more of a heavy character than he was in the old games like Tekken 7, and I don't know if you can see at the top where you, underneath the bar, you'll see a symbol, which is a new mechanic for EDDY. So this helps him use multiple moves while in his handstands, which you're gonna see soon. It makes him more of a tough fighter, where the legs when he's doing the handstands are a key thing for to use when you're doing combos. As right now I'm just throwing punches, I'm just testing out the moves. As soon as he like goes on the ground doing the handstands, that's when you'll see the symbol go green. So another one of his things is when he grabs you, he'll just like grabs you and then pulls you on the other side. So I'm just I think at this part I'm gonna show the ultimate for him. That's one of his good moves, it's just like WWE. The first round's always simple. So for arcade battles, I believe they go up to 7, and that's when you get to the final boss. And we all know who the final boss is, so... For him, he's quite a tanky character, the one I'm fighting against. So as you can see there, what I did for the handstands, you're able to like do a ton of combos. So what I say about the character for EDDY, he's still beginner friendly type of character. If you spam the left, he goes into a stance, so it's quite hard to block as you would start flailing his legs at the enemies. For enemies, they can just use a mid attack before he starts doing it, so you will be safe for that. But it's more likely for opponents to block in the middle when he does the leg combos. That's where it's normally aiming towards. There's only one time where EDDY does kick above you. That's the only time where you would just like block, but that's about it. Or you can just crouch. It heavily relies on leg kicking. So what's easy about EDDY for beginners is he can launch you in the air, and he'll like, you can spam the buttons, like doesn't matter which ones, and it is quite difficult for the opponents just to get out of. So they'll be taking a lot of time, like trying to like get back up. As you can see, I'll be launching him up in the air, and then that's when you can just pull off all the combos. And you can like deal half the damage at least, just from doing that. It definitely like helps you like doing hard modes or go up against online players. So just showing that off. With that right there, that's like the perfect combo for him. It will be annoying if you're up against him. You're gonna be dealing with that a lot. But damn, it really does a lot of damage. It's really good. It's a really good moveset. I'm sure like for online matches, I'm sure the Tekken community will be annoyed by this guy, as he's just one of those spammer kind of characters. It's hard to get out of his movesets. I wouldn't say he's OP, but his moves can be strong, as showing right here. And when we compare him to what other fighters do in this game, yeah, his stances are quite strong. And I would disagree to anyone saying he's an S tier right now. I think that's just stick riding. In fact, I think he was much better in Tekken 7 in my opinion. Not to say this is like a disappointment of the character. Like his movesets are definitely different, they want to try something out, but to me, if we're talking about like if he's like really tough, if he's like worth an OP character to main, I disagree. This is just for fun for beginners, just to like have fun with, like play against friends, just like beat the shit out of each other sort of mentality. If you want to like main others, like just try like for like the female fighters, they're like quite competitive. Or there's a few characters I like Paul and Lord, they're like one of my favorites right now. As you can see, we beat up Colonel Sanders. So for this new unlockable is quite fun. You do have to pay for him. It's not a whole lot of money. That was like £6 in the UK, so it's normally around that for American. So it might be $6 or $7. And I am curious what's gonna be what you can do to customize your character. So there's like a customization option to like add some costumes. So for Jin, I got a Resident Evil looking character, Leon. And you can like have the same jacket, the hairstyle. But for Eddie, I don't know what there is. Maybe DJ from Street Fighter. That could possibly work if you have the exact same hairstyle. Like some of these outfits they present to you, it's like, come on, like what are the odds? Like of course we can dress Jin up as Leon from Resident Evil. Or I used Laura to be Devil May Cry Dante. And there was another one too, but some of them you can purchase, like of course Laura is just a Bruce Lee character, like we all know that. So of course they're gonna do the Game of Death costume for him, you can buy. When I say buy, it's like in-game currency. You can get a lot of them, like they'll give you millions of coins just from playing online or doing arcade, doing whatever. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of money, you don't have to use your actual money to purchase it, thank gosh. It's just optional. You'll get a lot of money earned just from fighting online players or doing whatever, so you're sorted. The only time you have to pay is just the characters themselves. It's a bit of a reach. Maybe like, I guess if you're doing premium or buying the deluxe edition of Tekken, it will come with it for free, which is pretty nice. So like just like take notes on that, Mortal Kombat. But when it comes to like the big three fighting games came out recently, I would say Tekken is definitely the most fun. And, Street Fighter, I will do more videos on that because I know I did one last year. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do updates on, what they're presenting, or just like mess around with the online world tour. In Mortal Kombat, whenever they like drop new characters for their DLC thing, I'll do a showcase if you guys are still interested in it. So I do want to show off the character customizations for these, because they're so good. It's what I spend my most time on, just like messing around and then do the Tekken Bowl, which we haven't seen in so long, maybe in the 2000s. So I'm glad like we have that again. So his kicking is just so good. I thought I was gonna lose on this one because like the female fighters are like ridiculously good. Like wonderfully difficult. I went too early on doing that ultimate there. I do have another chance there. Like the damage for that ultimate there is, I'd say it's a bit fair, like the others like have around that same damage as well. So normally towards the ending when you're fighting your opponent, that's when you do it. Because that saves you a lot of time, just so you don't have to worry about them trying to like spam buttons on you. But yeah, the kicking is just ridiculous, like all that damage. That's what I mean by he is a tough opponent. Just that right there. And once you like pull off a combo, that you're sorted. It's only for the arcade battle where the health bar does regenerate a little bit, or they end up taking they take less damage, just from harder they get. But if you go against regular battles, it will be a piss take. And Panda's, I remember Panda, I used him in a tournament I was in, Tekken 7, but I didn't do so good. I was just blindly picked Panda for no reason. I shouldn't have. I wish I went for another character. Panda, I knew I had a lot of fun with the tag tournament games, so when I used Panda I got swept. So this is just flashbacks. It's always the worst feeling, like when you main a character and then you go up against the same character and they pull off better moves than you. I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what are these moves I did not discover? But Panda is just more tankier. She's more of a heavy character. It's like quite decent. I say her movesets are pretty decent in this one compared to the others. I definitely preferred this moveset over Tekken 7, to be honest, for Panda. Again, like, you always gotta get the fun characters. You gotta play just for fun. I don't think the hitbox is that massive for Panda. It's just like the same as any others. So don't think like you can get a whole lot of hits on her. But she is a tank. She can throw a lot of hits at you. Especially like in each stage, it gets harder every time. I will say this, like the haircuts for these, like they always do that for every black character in video games. They always have to pull off that look every time. So it's getting tedious. It's very equivalent to the female League characters with the side cut, trying to be like hardcore and emo. It's just like too ridiculous at this point. Like, I don't mind it, but it's like we've seen this from other ones. I think Miles Morales tried to pull that off too. It looked terrible. I was like, yeah, just mix it up. Like, give us the option in character customization, and then we're sorted. But other than that, I don't have any complaints for his design. It's really decent. I like the outfit as well. It's just reminiscent to DJ, and it's just like a new like spin on the character. I do love these stages where it just transitions to the next. And I thought this was the very last fight, the last boss battle, because how it's set up, but this is just beforehand. Till we get to the real boss. But really good match. As you can tell, this is my first time doing the arcade battle as well. So I had no idea how far it will go. I didn't know, like, in the recordings how long it'll go on for. I wish they give him like more dialogue, like if there's like 2 or 3 ending options just for him to talk. Otherwise it's just the same thing over. Like, we got to see him in the intro speaking, and then when he wins he does the dialogue. Devil Kazuya. I would say like the previous battle, I would have picked that stage to be the last one because it feels more epic. But this one is not too bad. I get it. It's just be like world domination sort of vibe, but it's alright. And of course he's so ridiculous. He's so good. That ultimate really does save me. Almost fumbled there. Almost fumbled. If you do this combo, you're sorted. Already took off most of it. You can just stomp him when he's down. And damn, that move itself is just ridiculous. That took like 10 seconds, and he's like already close to death. So I say overall he's great for beginners, just something to start off with. He's really fun to use. Competitive wise, I don't know like if it's worth it for the Tekken community, but overall I enjoy him. He's pretty decent, and that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.